book unveiling, I think we should all, photo up and stand up and celebrate. Please pull the ribbon and show the cover to the people. Thank you. You can all take pictures now. Clap.
Okay, we'll do a synchronized pan from the left to the right. Just start from the left.
What we're going to do right now is have a very short discussion. After that, there'll be a question and answer session with people who are here who want to ask questions, and then for our members of the media, and then book signing, and then, of course, celebrating Bahubali. So let's start the discussion. Mr. Rajamouli, the question is to you. I don't think there are many who've missed watching Bahubali. How many of you have not watched it? See? Yeah. So, Thank you. But with this prequel, which is Bahubali, The Rise of Sivagami, do you think the experience of watching the film will become better if one reads the book?
Sorry, come again.
With this prequel, with this book that Anand Neelakantan has done, do you think the experience of watching the film, because a lot of people have seen it many times over, and if they want to see it for the 99th time, do you think that it's a good idea to read the book and then see the movie as a combo, as it were?
Yes, it'll definitely enhance the experience of watching the film after you realize how Sivagami came to be the most powerful Rajmata she is in the film. The book is about the rise in her character. Rise of Sivagami is, in the sense, the rise of her characterization, the formation of her characterization, and how it came into being. The book deals with it. Definitely, if you read the book, it'll give you many more shades of Sivagami. The film experience will definitely enhance much more.
Thank you. Anand, let's talk about Sivagami. And I keep pointing to you, because you've become synonymous with Sivagami. Would it be right to describe her as the kernel of the story and the film? A warrior of a woman without whom the story wouldn't have moved even an inch. Do you think this is where it all began, and perhaps this is where all this will end? So this is a very, very crucial character in the entire Bahubali matrix.
Thank you, all of you, for being here. It's a great moment in my life. Coming to your question, anybody who has watched the movie, the first thing which will strike is that opening scene. That everybody agree. But there is another moment where Sivagami comes out alive. And that was a moment when we decided to write that it should be Sivagami's story, is that where she sits in the throne with the two kids feeding them. And then when someone comes to attack her, she cuts his throat. That is a combination, terrific combination of a motherhood and at the same time a warrior woman. And that's a moment which came out. So the entire book is her journey. So what I have created in the book is she has a purpose. She wants to destroy Mahishmati in the book because her father was killed by the king, executed by the king, calling, he was branded a traitor, or more fashionable word will be anti-national perhaps nowadays. He was branded a traitor and he was executed. So she comes with the purpose of destroying Mahishmati. And the entire 3-book series will deal with how she transforms to become the mother goddess. I will not say even Rajamata. She becomes a mother goddess, kind of revered figure in Mahishmati. So the book deals, but it is not only about Sivagami, it is about Kattapa's character. Kattapa, how the Kattapa's characterization has been shown in the book. I have gone behind and tried to imagine why he became the man he became, his inner conflicts. Apart from that, Rajamouli sir had given me a lot of freedom. So I had created another almost 40 characters, of which around 27, 28 are coming in the book. The rest will be coming in the next 2 books in the series. So what we have to understand is this is a 3-book series. This is the first book among the 3. And here Sivagami has just started her fascinating journey.
Right.
Now in the next 2 books we are going to, the character will become stronger and stronger, and it will be, I am sure it will be more fascinating. So it is, once you read it, read the book and then you watch the film before the second part comes. The first book at least, it will enhance your watching experience, and I believe people who see the film will read the book, and they will, who read the book will watch the film, and they will do it multiple times again and again. That's how
That's
we...
wonderful. Yes, absolutely. Ramya Krishnan, it's not that, only the South Indian industry knows you. I mean, we've seen a lot of films in Hindi as well. However, my favorite character is Nilambari. I mean, the strength. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like they say, the style that you have in that is unmatched, and I don't think anybody else can do that so well.
Thank you.
So far as this role is concerned, Sivagami, I think, you should tell us that what kind of preparation did it take? See, it's not just the way you look, which is wonderful. It's also your expression keeps changing after every 5 minutes, from maybe anger, love, a bit of regret, there is disgust, and there is a maternal instinct, and one sees that entire gamut. So tell us, how did you prepare for this role?
All the preparation was done by the director, Rajamouli garu. I just had to follow what he told me, and that's it. And it worked.
But would you consider this one of the best roles of your career, if you look back at the filmography that you have?
Yes,
It
I
is.
would. Yes.
And how easy was it to kind of slip into the second one? How tough was it to do the first one and then the transition?
See, the whole thing we shot before the release of most of it at least, before the release of the first part.
Okay.
So it was just like working in another film, one scene after the other. So
She makes it look so easy, right? I mean, my God, yeah. I mean,
when you have a director like Rajamouli garu, it is easy. It is easy for the artists.
Shobhu, not just a great story, but visually a wonderful film. I mean, that's what I think has attracted it and cut across all age groups. How much success do you attribute to the special effects and all the tools that, people think that you have employed to make it such a huge success? I mean, is it the story and also the special effects, or there's a different order to it?
No, I think at the core of it, it's the story and the characters, and the special effects are needed for the scale that Rajamouli wanted to show. So special effects is what you call an add-on or the necessary tools to show the canvas, but it's not the main purpose of the film or the main reason why people are watching the film. The main reason, I think, is the scale and the story and the emotion on which it is based on.
But it seems very clearly that you wanted it to be a superb, world-class kind of visual experience. So a lot of work must have gone on that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of work that has gone into making of it because the scale required a world-class visual effects. And as we speak today, even for the second part, there are some 35 companies working around the world. So it is a massive work that's happening, but that is not the reason to make the film.
Right.
The reason, that is just the supporting structure for the film. Yeah.
Great. Rana, the man who's king, I'm sure you're asked this again and again. The journey, throughout the entire Bahubali experience. As an actor, I asked you this at JLF, and a lot of people want me to ask you again. In a nice way, do you feel, where do I go after this? Is it the best thing that could have happened to you in your entire career?
Well, first of all, good evening, and thank you all for coming. I'm coming to your question. It is, yes, one of the finest characters ever written in cinema. It's not because I'm in it, but as a character itself. And I'm sure anybody who played it would have played it as finely, if not better, with a filmmaker like him sitting as the captain of the ship. And now in 7 years of my film career, I've somewhere been part of Bahubali for 5 years. So most of what I know is from this film. Most of what I learnt or understood is from this film. And yes, I'm hoping there are many more people like this who write characters like this, and I'd get a lot of them. But that's wishful thinking. That much I know. I just hope I take these learnings and keep doing better and better cinema.
It's not wishful. You have an author sitting next to you. He just got an idea, even as you were speaking.
He has 2 more books of Sivagami to write before I'm even born. so it's still a while away for this author to get there.
Alok Tandon, thank you so much for hosting us. I mean, it's really wonderful. He's the CEO of
Pleasure.
INOX.
Welcome, everybody.
And I just wanted to ask you, and we were talking about how you should perhaps layer the movie watching experience. How unique is this experience, considering this is the first time that you're doing something where there is a beautiful combination of a book and a movie? And how do you see this experience? How do you take it forward from here?
Well, I would say whether it's a book or a movie, I think so. Book tells a story in a certain way, and movies also tell stories, but in a different medium. The bottom line is the same, the thread is the same in a book or a movie. We at INOX keep on experimenting, keep on trying to do something different, which pulls in people and which also adds a lot to the movie which we are showing. So this is one of them. So nice to have everybody over here and be a part of this entire Bahubali book launch. And we are very, very proud to be partners in this. Having said that, and when you talked about that, what we plan to do and how we want to do, let me tell you, a couple of years back, when the Jaipur Lit Festival was going on, we showed a lot of movies which are based on novels, on books. So that was our way of saying that the two mediums are one. Just now in Calcutta, a property of ours turned 13, and 13 is considered to be an unlucky number, but we changed it and had a #Lucky13 campaign going on. Where what we did was we called children who were 13 years old to our cinemas, and we had various authors out in the lobby who were discussing how to write books, how to have various ways of promoting novels, or even telling that small child who was 13 years old that, yes, whether it's a movie or a book, one has to be creative. So it's something or the other which we keep on doing. And I would say even with Bahubali, if there's something else, something much more innovative, we would love to partner with it.
That's lovely. Gautam, we all know that you're a great movie buff. You like the Star Wars and you like fantasy, epic and everything. We know about it, but then the audience would like to know that, the whole prequel idea and what does it do for the movie watching business and as well as a book. Would you like to talk about this a little?
Yeah, I was just telling Mr. Rajamouli that this is the first time that I'm doing a book launch in a movie theater, so it's a nice experience. Yeah, so as you mentioned right at the beginning, that this is a unique book, because it's the first time I think in Indian publishing that we've actually had a book set in a world created by a movie. And the only example that I can think of is the Star Wars novels, which were published in the US. In fact, I think about 60, 70 novels have been published. These stories take place even before the first 3 films, in fact, in between the films. And it's very interesting because some of the material that has been used in these books have now, finding their way into the films as well. And I won't be surprised if, these 3 novels finally end up being, if not a movie, at least a TV series sometime in the future.
Inshallah to that. And now I think I'll open this to the audience because I heard murmurs that when will I finish and you want to hear the others speak. I'm sorry, because of paucity of time, I'll be only able to take 5 questions, and please state your questions and do not make any comments because that takes a lot of time. So go. There you are. Yeah. Sure.
Hi, I'm Archit. I'm with Z News English, WION. Everybody wants to know about why did Kattappa kill Bahubali? Bahubali isn't here. Tell us why. We're dying to know. It's been 2 years. Rajamouli, sir.
You waited for 2 years. You can just wait for 1 month.
We can't.
After you waited for 2 years, 1 month is not a long time to wait. Obviously, I can't answer the question, but believe me, once you come to the point where your question is answered, you want to stay with the answer for a long time.
sort of a follow. Will there be a prequel movie? Like we have the book. Is there going to be a movie also based on this?
The plan is to make the trilogy of the books into a TV series. I mean, not the daily soaps that you're seeing on the TV now. Not on that quality, but we are planning to make seasonal episodes, 10 episodes or 13 episodes a season. That's on the card right now.
Anyone else?
Hello,
Yeah.
I am Murtaza. My question is to Anand sir. Anand sir, I had the pleasure of interacting with you at the Gurgaon Lit and Film Festival, and you were, as always, at your humorous best. So my question to you is, like all great writers, when we speak of them, you talk to G.R.R. Martin. He talks of his influences as a child and how Tolkien influenced him and how other writers influenced him. What are your influences while you were growing up and while you were grooming yourself into the writer that you have become today?
My influences always have been like any Indian. My influence is always Ramayana and Mahabharata. I have grown up hearing that, and other folk tales and other things. I come from a background. In my village, there are around 108 temples. Tripunithra, it's near Cochin. 108 temples are there. More than necessary temples are there. All these places, there are. There will be Kathakali performances, classical arts, folk arts. So I have grown up hearing all these things. So if you see, only 10% of Indian stories are in written medium. Most of them are even now in oral form. So I am fortunate enough to grow up in such a. So that is my inspiration always. So there are so many thousands of stories, not thousands, countless stories are there in India to tell. This is just the beginning. Bahubali, the beginning is a apt word. Bahubali is the beginning. I am sure Rajamouli sir will come up with lots of stories, and many others inspired by him will come up with lot of typical Indian stories and we are going to take over the world, believe me.
One small question to Raja sir also, now that I have the opportunity. Raja sir, you have changed the entire tide of literature inspiring cinema. Now it is the other way around. It's cinema that's inspiring literature. So how does it feel to have done that? And what kind of advice you would want to give to the new age of filmmakers?
I don't usually give advice, but it is like you have to love your art form, give your 100%, because once the film goes out, there is no taking back. So before it releases, give your 100% to the last reserves of your energy, your mental and physical energy, put it into your product. That is what I can tell. And film inspiring books, what can I say? It's a world of Bahubali. It's not just the films. In the world of Bahubali, we have the books, we have the TV series, we have the animation series, we have virtual reality film coming up, we have games coming up. Everything is inside the world of Bahubali. So one will complement each the other. And the great thing about this book is the characters, the incidents, just like how you couldn't forget the scenes in the Bahubali, the film. After you go home, you recollect them. The recollect value is so high, and I'm pretty much sure that the book gives you the recollection value a little bit more than the film. The incidents are so powerful and so moving. It's impossible to ignore them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
My name is Samshritha. Excuse me, but I want to say something in Tamil to Ramya ma'am. வயசானாலும் உங்க ஸ்டைலும் உங்க அழகும் இன்னும் உங்களுக்கு விட்டு போகல.
Thank you.
It's a dialogue from Padayappa, and where she tells Rajnikant that you've gotten old, but you still have that same style, that you still look hot. So that's what the young lady told Ramya, and I quite agree to what she did. Anyone else? Yeah.
Hi, my question is for Mr. Rajamouli. So I'm from NTV Good Times, and I would really want to know, like, as a director, as a cinema person, it's a groundbreaking milestone that you've set in cinema in terms of your graphics, your VFX. So it's just like a whole new world you've opened up, because our Indian cinema has never seen such a rich canvas. So what would you want to, like, how, like, where's that seed that came in? Like, how did this process start?
Like Anand was saying, it all started with the stories that we kept reading in our childhood, the stories that we heard from our elders in the childhood. That is the seed that's been planted, that grew up in me. For this film, it is the characters that have been written by my father, Mr. Vijayendra Prasad, who wrote these characters of Sivagami, Ballal Deva, Bijal Deva, Bahubali, Devasena. Each of them were very, very strong. And it is like, when my father narrated me the story, it was like I could envisage the characters. It was like I could see in front of my eyes. And it was like they were demanding me that I present them to the audience in the best possible way that I could. So it was the fear that I might not be able to do that is what kept me driving throughout this 5-year journey. And I was fortunate enough to have a fantastic producer like Shobhu, or who was equally mad like me to embark with me on this journey, and my cast and crew. It was like I took all of them and jumped into the river. You know, you have to swim. There is no other go. So all of them gave their full 100% commitment to me. And I should also thank my actor Prabhas, my lead actor Prabhas, who I think who had the utmost confidence in the project, more than me, more than Shobhu. He had the confidence. From the day I told him the story, he kept on insisting that we are not making a regional film, we are making a national film, we are making an international film. He kept saying that, and I'm very thankful for him for giving us that boost of energy that was required to do this.
Excuse me, Anand sir. So I'm a big fan of yours. So actually I have a question, and this is that in case of movies, especially in case of epic movies, regarding the war scenes, it is very easy to, like, relatively easy to show them in the movies. But in case of the novels, how do you go about the war scenes? I mean, to make it spectacular, it really needs a lot from the author's side. So what have you done for that? I just need it as a tip, sir.
1 second. Showing that is easy than writing? Did you say that?
I said relatively. Like the spectacle would be like...
No, writing is much more difficult. I agree with you.
See, that is why if you see in the book has got more female characters. Even the villains are female. Rise of Sivagami. This might be one of the old books where a male writer has written from female point of view. There might be a few books, but this is one of the old books which... why female characters is because books are all about emotions. So if you see the Bahubali movie, 45 minutes, I don't know how we shot it. 45 minutes is a war scene with Kalagaya. I was timing it. 45 minutes, I write 250 pages of war scene in it. You will fall asleep by the second page. So I had to create other incidents. I had to bring lot of... what is the advantage of novel over book movies? There is only one advantage for novels. You can go inside the character's mind. So I have done that. That is the only way. Even if I am doing war, I cannot say he took the sword and hit like this, the other fellow blocked like this. I cannot keep writing like a commentary. So I had to write about what is the emotion he is going on, which Vedavyasa has showed it fantastically in the Mahabharata war, where the first Gita itself starts with the dilemma of Arjuna Vishada Yoga. From there it starts. So how you write, how Vyasa has written. So I take inspiration from all that and try to do at least 10% of it. So that's how you write. That's the only answer I can give.
Sir, I am Rahul Jain from Namokar channel. I want to ask you, sir, how many did you face problem picture I seen? Ballal Dev and Bahubali fighting sequence, because the both of character are very powerful. Yeah. So please tell me.
The trick lies not in actually shooting both of them, not actually shooting the sequence. The trick lies in bringing up the anticipation of the people. So it's very cleverly done, I feel, in the screenplay. Like in the first part, if you see, you establish a very strong protagonist, a very strong lead hero, Bahubali, and he is so strong that he can lift a stone shivling on his shoulders, carry across turbulent waters and place it under a waterfall to fulfill the wish of his mother. But you know undercurrently how strong he is. You know how strong he is when he climbs up the waterfall. Then you have your protagonist, your anti-hero, Ballal Deva, who can kill a bison barehanded at 50 years of his age. So that is how you set up. That is how you build up the anticipation of the people. Now in the first part, very cleverly, there is a big action sequence, huge action sequence. But never does Bahubali and Ballal Deva come face to face with each other. So people are anticipating. They are using their imagination. They are getting emotional. They want to. So the fight is already happening in their head. So I just need to shoot it with them and present it to them. The audience are already ready to receive that.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నేను కామేశ్వరి ఫ్రమ్ ఇండియన్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్. తెలుగు చాలా బాగా రాదు, సో ఇంగ్లీష్లోనే మాట్లాడతాను. సో మై క్వశ్చన్ ఇస్ టు Sivagami Aka, Ramya Krishnan. Have you ever sat back and thought that you have become one history because of this? Of course, you are in history because of your performances in several films, but this one character is going to be yours forever. There is none other playing Sivagami. So what's that kind of feeling that you're now, earlier it was film, now it's novel?
It's just setting in, and it's an overwhelming feeling. I just can't express it in words. A character which is so powerful, and I get to do that character, and a book is written about that character, is something which doesn't happen in many actors' lives. So I'm just blessed and happy that it happened to me.
My next question is for SS Rajamouli. Sir, meer annaru the film is going to be larger than life, and experience is going to be double of what we have already seen. But I don't know if you're going to show this experience on 3D. So anything on that?
I hate 3D. I don't like 3D. Technically, because 3D gives you depth, but it brings down the scale. 2D doesn't give you as much depth as 3D, but it enhances the scale. So for me, the film is all about larger than life situations, larger than life characters, larger than life emotions, larger than life scale. So I don't want to bring my experience, I don't want to bring down my experience to 3D. I want to enhance it in 2D. And we tried so hard to, for the first part, to bring it in IMAX, which is much more on the larger screen. With part 2, we are doing that. We are going to watch part 2 in IMAX, which will be much more larger.
Hi, hello. My question is for Mr. Neelakantan. Apart from this hello, hi. Hi. I'm Shayantani from Times of India. So apart from this Bahubali trilogy, is there any other series or a book that you're currently working on or are planning to work on as your next big project?
Actually, I have got 10 books signed up with Westland, including Bahubali series. In fact, my book was about to come, young adult fiction was about to come. I had almost submitted it. Then when this opportunity came, this is a big opportunity, I stopped everything. I was working in TV also. I was working for C.R.K. Ram, Ashoka, all the serials, regular TV series which Rajamouli sir hates. That kind of this thing I was working. But I stopped everything because this is much, much bigger than that. Even though it is not as big a sacrifice as what Prabhas did, a small sacrifice I also did. I stopped everything because I had to write it in 100 days. 108 days I finished it. So other books are already ready. So once these 3 book series, I hope this will not end with 3 book series. And I'll be employed for life with Bahubali.
Hi, I also have a question for Rana. So there's a lot of anticipation for Bahubali, and rightly so. But when someone like a Suchitra Karthik leaks personal photographs and takes away the focus from your film and your personal life is written about, what's your response to that?
Do you think I really give a shit? No. Pass the mic on, lady.
I was asking about, with this film we see that no more there is a section called regional cinema. Now, whether it's Malayalam film or Tamil or Telugu, everybody, even in northern states, are waiting for it and giving a push and making it outward. So what do you have to say about this development in the cinematic experience?
Ma'am, 7 years ago when I started as a film actor, I did my first film in Telugu. I did my second film in Hindi. And I did a small little cameo in a Tamil film called Aramam. And I was hoping at some point in my life, in some point in my career, there will be cinema that will break these barriers and it'll just become one. And there you go, the answer came in this format to me and Mr. Rajamouli, and I'm sure there are many, many more films that will continue breaking these barriers and going forward. And I'm it's a great time to be in the movies right now.
Rana ji, you speak one dialogue for us of this film.
Of this film?
Yeah.
I will just say Jai Maheshmati. I want all of you to say it too. Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Rajamouli. Hi, Natalia from Annis. So I just want to know, do you have any plans of making a movie on one of his books? If yes, then which book?
Yes, I mean, not exactly in that form. I have read Asura, and it was the characterization of Ravana was fantastic. Dasakanta Ravana was fantastic. It is very inspirational. But I don't know whether I'll make a film out of it. But apart from the books, he told me one story which he hasn't put on paper yet. Very intriguing and very interesting, dark story. I was quite fascinated by it. Maybe I don't know. I want to make it, but let's see what will happen in future. I can't reveal it now.
Hello, Gautam sir. I have a question for Gautam sir. So Westland is like having the golden days now. Like, what takes it to bring the Westland to this position, and how do you select such wonderful titles? And what do you look for a book before publishing it?
Actually, no publisher knows what's going to work and what's not going to work. Very often, it's like the film business. It's a business of having a belief in the project and punting and hoping that it will work. And that's true of all publishers. And as to Westland's story, I guess it's a lot of hard work.
Okay. Yeah. Hi. Good evening to all of you.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. My question is specifically to Ramya ma'am, Rana sir, and to Rajamouli sir. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I'm specific. Because the movie has got some effort into it. So Raja sir, first of all, it comes to you. We were hearing through the tabloids that there was a lot of investment and your own mindset, which was delaying the picturing of the movie because of the ending. It happened twice.
Sorry?
We were hearing through the tabloids that the movie's release was delayed because of the ending problem. So there were a lot of ideas. There were a lot of perceptions going through it.
Ending problem.
The ending, basically, the ending was
Climax.
Undecided. The
About
climax, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, looking from the fact, what was the role of everyone in the movie in contributing towards the ending, or the climax, should I say? What were their individual roles and responsibilities in helping you?
If you keep believing the tabloids, God bless you, because we were very, very clear of what our climax was and how to. We are very, very sure of the climax, but we spent a little bit time on planning on how to shoot the climax, because it's one more big action sequence, and we didn't want things to go any wrong with it. So we spent a little bit more time on planning the climax, and with so many artists, so many visual effect shots, so much of cast and crew in that particular sequence, I think that is one of the most smoothly shot sequences in the entire film. So you can throw the tabloids out.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. So proud super fan of Bahubali. First of all, congratulations for this movie. And this movie, we saw really strong female characters. So who, according to you, is like stronger, Devsena, Sivagami, and what kind of chemistry can be expected in part 2 from between them, Devsena and Sivagami?
That will be very. The drama will be electrifying between them, because Sivagami is a very, very strong character, and Devasena is equally strong character. The love-hate relationship between them forms the very crucial 20-30 minute sequence between them, which will be very, very dramatic and very, very attention holding. I myself am so many times I see the drama scenes between them, and I sit in the edit and I forget to edit. I just keep looking at them. I sit in the re-recording and we forget to compose music, and we'll just sit looking at them. I'm fortunate to have those two characters in my film, which gives so much of depth. Which gave so much of depth for the whole film. Thank you.
హలో సార్, అందరికి నమస్కారం. సార్, మీరు లాస్ట్ టైం ఐఐటి మెడ్రాస్కి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు రాజమౌళి గారు మీరు చెప్పారు లైక్ యూ విల్ బీ గోయింగ్ ఫర్ ద నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ లైక్ గరుడ. మీరు గరుడ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారు నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్. సో మీరు గరుడ మీద ఫోకస్ చేద్దామా నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్, లేకపోతే బికాస్ యూ విల్ బీ మేకింగ్ సమ్ లాస్ట్ టైం చెప్పారు హిస్టారికల్ మైథాలజిక్ ఫిల్మ్స్ దే మీకు చాలా ఇష్టం అది చేయటం నెక్స్ట్ నుంచి. సో మీరు గరుడ చేస్తారా, లేకపోతే యూ విల్ గో ఫర్ మహాభారత ఆర్ సమ్ అదర్?
Next, what I'm planning, what he was asking me was like I announced a project called Garuda after Bahubali. So he's asking whether I'm doing Garuda or Mahabharata. I was just telling all my friends that I'm planning a very a nice family entertainer called Holidaying in Bhutan after the release of this film.
So there are two more people who want to ask questions in Telugu. So those are the last two, please, guys. So.
సార్, అందరికీ నమస్కారం. సార్, రాజమౌళి గారు, యూ హ్యావ్ సెట్ తెలుగు సినిమా టు ఏ నెక్స్ట్ లెవెల్ సార్. మాటలేం రావట్లేదు, క్షమించండి. ఐ జస్ట్ వాంట్ టు కంగ్రాచులేట్ అండ్ ఐ జస్ట్ వాంట్ టు ఆస్క్ వన్ అండ్ ఓన్లీ వన్ క్వశ్చన్. సార్, 5 years ఈ సినిమా తీశారు కదా సార్. సార్, ఏ ఒక్క పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైంలో అయినా యూ ఫెల్ట్ లెస్, అంటే మీరు కొంచెం తక్కువైనట్టు, ఎంత పెద్ద ప్రాజెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను కదా, ఏమాత్రం యూ ఫెల్ట్ ఎనీ?
Yes, there were moments when we.
Sir, if you could translate the question for the.
Yeah, his question was like, in a 5-year, such a huge project of 5 years, did you feel low at any point of time? Yes, there were points. I would be lying if I say no, that we were on very high throughout the 5 years. There would be lows and highs. In fact, those lows are which give a boost to the highs. No, because of the lows, we enjoy the highs even more. The particular low moments are before the release of the first film, because the release date was locked and the VFX shots were not coming through like we were anticipating, and there was no way we could push the film back, and we were very tensed up, and because the budget was also very, very high. So those moments, I would say, are a bit low, but all that was compensated when the film released.
Hello sir, my name is Navneet Arora. My question is specifically for Rajamouli sir. Sir, Sivagami is one of my favorite characters from the movie. I'm probably one of the biggest fans of Bahubali. I've watched it more than 100 times.
Thank you.
Regarding Sivagami, she's one of the strongest characters. And while both the kids are very young, they've just been born, she was offered the throne. She has all the qualities to rule Maheshmati, but she chooses not to. Although she's virtually ruling Maheshmati, but why didn't she choose the throne when she was being offered the throne?
That the answer lies in the book. Why she in the trilogy, you will get the answer. There was a reason. If you carefully listen to the voiceover that goes, her husband is the elder prince, yes, but not the king.
Yes.
The king is the younger brother, younger of her husband, and he is the king, and Bahubali is his son. So both of them has an equal right to the to be an heir to the throne.
But
so her this thing is that she has to bring them up as just kings. No, she's virtually ruling it. Going and sitting on the throne and not sitting on the throne is not the issue. There will be number of vassal kings who have a stake on the throne. No, once she starts sitting on the throne, she goes and sits on the throne. That means then there will be a revolt in between them. No, once if Sivagami sits on the throne, why is she sitting? Why is she sitting? She's not the heir. So if she can sit, we have a more equal right to sit on the throne. So there will be so much of political turmoil that will go into the system. And anyway, sitting on the throne and not sitting on the throne is just a very symbolic way. She has all the situation in the control, and she's bringing her sons up to be the perfect guys to sit on the throne.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, and we have time only for those many questions. A couple of announcements. First up, big thanks, Alok Tandon, to you and Inox for what a wonderful opportunity you gave us, and I think a round of applause. We wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't. And also the team, thank you so much, all of you. You were very courteous and you made it worth our while. Of course, to Arca Media, thank you so much. Members, whoever, is here. Thank you so much. Also, this wonderful, I was told that this Delhi book lovers, my colleague Sarita told me that they really, I do not know, I can't recognize this person from the Delhi, there you are. Thank you so much, Kunal. It was really wonderful. And you, of course, ladies and gentlemen, for being such a wonderful audience, all of you wonderful readers. I'm sure that you're all going to buy more than 10 copies of the book. Thank you very much. The crew and the cast of Bahubali will be outside in the balcony, and the members of media friends, you can take pictures if you want to. Meanwhile, the author, Anand Neelakantan, will also be outside, but then he'll be available for signing books. So anyone who wants to get books signed can please wait for a bit, and Anand will do the needful. Thank you very much. On behalf of Westland, on behalf of the Bahubali team, thank you very much and have a lovely evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, please stay here. Please stay here.